use the Force, Luke.
Sometimes truth isn't good enough.
I feel the need for speed.
Ray, when someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes!
Because it's their time. Their time. Up there. Down here, it's our time. It's our time down here.
Hey everybody, Doomsday, the trailer, has finally arrived. King Z and I are going to take a quick look at it and give our first reactions to that because we have held off on watching it until we could get the same place at the same time to let you guys know what we think about it. We're going to do all that and more coming up. Wardens Rise, your watch begins right now. Dude, big happenings, of course, in the world of stuff we cover. They had a little get-together up there in California. A couple people showed up. It's not like it took over the city or anything. It wasn't a days-long event where the biggest news in pop culture, like our stuff, our movie shows, comics, gaming, all that kind of stuff. Lots of big announcements from all the big dogs. We've put together a nice little selection of stuff we'd like to cover for you guys, give you some insights, some opinion mainly. But as usual, and I'll let King Z do the part where he asks everybody to support the channel. King Z, do your thing.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. As you can see, we're trying something new. Now, we did this a little different before, but now we're trying to make this as our podcast version of our show. So you'll see, we'll still be doing the same videos that you've seen and loved of our reviews and our breakdowns and like some fun ones.
I'm aware when we
this
do
one
the show.
is going to be our weekly podcast type version where we're
got
just going to
a
have some
5 head
fun.
in that
we're
one.
going to tackle some of the hard hitting topics in the nerd sphere.
Era.
And we would like you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you do like this and support us.
Nice.
And that was us 2 years ago.
It's crazy, dude.
To the day.
To the day.
Yeah. Was it 104 straight weeks, 2 straight years of never missing a Wednesday that we've been going strong. So today we say happy birthday to our second year. We have our little snacks for birthday.
Snacky snacks. There
Which
we go.
brings us into our poll question is what is your favorite birthday treat? Is it cake? Is it pie? Is it cheesecake? Or do you have another one that you can leave us in the comments? Let us know.
So as you guys can see, we're doing all the hard-hitting entertainment journalism tonight as King Z shovels pie into his face. And I have the cheesiest of prepackaged lunchbox snacks left over from the school year. This is fresh, believe that. But I'll let you guys file in. What's up, everybody? Appreciate everybody being here. Warden Prime is here. I know I saw not so mediocre, man. Not mediocre on my watch anyway. And the Real Dawn is here. And Real Dawn, special thanks to you, buddy, for jumping on last night and helping us kind of get the topic list organized, running the reports and everything. That was a big help. I appreciate that. I'm sure we get some other folks strolling in. King Z and I and the production team now. We've grown over here at Winter Wolf's Den. We have a new process for putting stuff together. We're going to go with a longer list of topics that can carry us, well through the hour here. We're going to front load everything with the big dog topics, of course. As I know everybody out there in the chatverse. Chatverse, is that a thing? Can we get paid for that? Can we put a thing on that?
We probably could. We'll we'll contact legal and
like legal. I want a nickel every time someone says it. I don't think it's going to take off, but whatever. It worked for Triple J. We'll hit up all them little topics. We're going to open with the Doomsday topic because I feel like literally we say finally a lot. Like this thing finally happened. That thing finally happened. As you can see, we've been waiting legitimately 104 episodes over 2 years to get a legitimate look at this movie. Right?
Yep. Because we literally launched on the day they announced RDJ as Doom.
And I can see there, Pape has already trademarked it for us. Thank you, Pape. Check is in the mail. 104 episodes, 2 years. I didn't watch any of the teasers. Like they did those little 15-second, 30-second spots, whatever they were, like around the Super Bowl this year, right? There were a few of them. Thor had one.
Thor, Captain America, X-Men, and
4. Yeah, I can't remember what the fourth one was. Was it something for Fantastic Four? Was it
who else has a
Reed?
child? Because it was just Doom running around collecting childs like Infinity Stones.
No, I can't remember. But yes, they had that. But I mean, we're talking about that was Super Bowl. That was 6 months ago now. You know what I mean? We're finally getting around to the actual first trailer. I don't even know how long it is. You guys you haven't watched it. Maybe the Oracle has.
I think it's
How long
like
is
2
the trailer?
minutes.
Yeah, so it's legit. Okay. Before we even roll footage, right? Before we even roll footage. Oh, Ivan's here. What's up, buddy? Oh, look at that. Put Ivan up there for me. I know when Ivan gets excited, I get excited. Because I like watching his response to these things, because I feel like he genuinely enjoys some stuff, like just straight up enjoys more stuff than I do, and I like that. Ivan says, Doomsday trailer kicked butt, but I'm definitely worried, even if I've been a fan of the MCU's latest outings. Ooh, okay.
Okay.
All right. King, your expectations of this trailer. What do you want to see? What do you need to see? What do you think what are we about to get into here? How is it going?
So I think we're going to see how the team gets back together to battle this. We're going to get a little glimpse of what people look like as they are right now. We don't know what they're going to end up by the end of the movie, but we know what they're going to be looking like at the beginning. I'm guessing where this is what we're going to get a little bit. I thought they were going to hold off until next weekend, but I mean, there's no bigger time than release at Comic-Con. And
right. This is it. This is their moment.
I was thinking Brand New Day. Like my brain was locked on Brand New Day. We'll get the trailer because we thought it was going to come out with what was that? They had like a big launch of like a whole bunch of trailers that hit at the same time out at movies.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was like early May, and we were like, "Oh, this movie went." Yeah, and like that happened, and no Doomsday. Yep. And we just kept waiting.
Suspiciously no Doomsday, as I recall.
Yeah, I mean, we already have a Dune trailer. We've had a Dune trailer for what, like 4 months now. We've seen the first looks of Dune. We had the first looks of some of these other smaller ones like Clayface and stuff like that come up. Mm-hmm. And now we're getting our second trailer of Clayface, which we might talk about tonight. So
I think this is what they dropped on day one from Comic-Con in San Diego, because it started Tuesday. This is it. This is the worldwide premiere for that.
It was pre-released before San Diego, before the panel. Yep.
All right.
Because their panel wasn't until today. Because today was kickoff day. Yesterday was prep day.
I thought it was yesterday. So yeah, they did do the pre-release. And just speaking of the pre-release, like we took a look at like their official YouTube page, was like Marvel Entertainment or whatever, and the thing had. Remember that one report we ran said it did 718 million views, which was hilarious. The real numbers was close to like 30 million in like 18 hours, which broke YouTube, broke the internet, broke people's brains in half. So it's nice to see people getting excited for the MCU, despite whatever I think road they've been down the last couple phases. It's cool to see that kind of hype, I guess. But it's not ratioed. It's not ratioed, boys.
That's exactly what I was going to say. We also went and looked at the ratios.
Yeah, I'll pull that up right
down,
now.
And it was 679,000 thumbs up compared to like 5,300 thumbs down.
But it was like a million up. Hold on, I'll pull them right now.
It was like nowhere in the comparison.
I'll get it for you. It's up to 45 million views now, by the way, on the official Marvel Entertainment page. So it's 45 million views, right? It's 2.3 million up. You want to take a guess just for fun at how many thumbs down? 2.3 million up or whatever I just said.
150,000 down.
Nope.
Lower? 79,000.
81. If ever a ratio skewed in the positive, it's this. Dude, I am blown away by that number. I can't dude, I think you might be right. You said something in the show meeting last night, right? You said, dude, I know people that haven't been to a theater since the pandemic, right? They're going to see this. This is an event movie for them, even though phase 4 and 5 they've watched largely on streaming, and they've watched the Disney Plus shows with like mixed interest, things like that. He said that none of that mattered. This is their day to go to the theater in December, no matter what.
And here's the other number we need to look at before we get into this. Pre-sales of the ticket opened up yesterday. This movie has already made $16.5 million on pre-sales in July.
That's crazy.
And it doesn't open until December 18th. It almost made
wild.
more than Supergirl did its opening weekend.
Oh, snap. he stole a wolf line. Got him. Oh, dude, but that movie bit. Dude, I can't imagine a hype train this high for Marvel ever crossed their minds. They've got to be sitting back like, thank God these people still want to see some of these characters.
No. You know who's really wiping their head is the shareholders of Disney. Like, finally, they're going to put out a movie that's not Toy Story and make money.
Yeah, I haven't hit the nail on the head right here, man. Event films, I really miss that feeling. Endgame and Infinity War was an experience. Dude, 100%. 100%. And I miss that on the same level where I miss midnight release of old Call of Duty type games. There's a vibe that goes along with those things, those events. Everybody's in the same place. The hype is somewhere up here. You know what I mean? It's going to take you time to like settle into your thoughts if you like it or didn't like it. But most of those event films typically deliver. They really do.
Go back to before they had assigned seating and you would show up like wicked early and you'd be standing in that line. And then all of a sudden you're talking with the people around you and you're making new friends. You guys are like, oh, my son of the line, I got to use the bathroom. And like everybody's friendly. You talk about that different hype. You see people dressed up. For the last one I remember going to was Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
And it was like there were like so many people dressed up like Obi-Wan Kenobi there. Like,
dude, my theater had a lightsaber battle at the front of the theater. It was crazy.
Yeah,
it was crazy. But that's people got engaged with it. But now look at it. A lot of theaters don't let you wear the costumes. A lot of theaters don't let you bring the props in now. They've sucked all the fun out of the event itself. You know, like it used to be a borderline like sports level like tailgating experience. That's the closest comparison I can make is tailgating. It's exactly you just walk around, drink for free, eat for free. People just happy to be there.
We have some guys here who do the heroes for like kids and stuff. Like they dress up as superheroes and go to the hospitals and stuff. But they also show up to the theaters for big releases like that. Yep. So I'm hoping they get invited back for this. A couple of them are good friends of mine. So
Ivan says the science seats are definitely better. I would agree. But there was something really special about Midnight Experiences. Definitely.
I think they should bring it back on a limited time. So maybe like the Thursday release, you don't have assigned seating. So you get that line and you just sit there and you have those conversations. But everything after that's assigned seating if you don't want to go through that experience.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, that 16 million number, like that's got to like turn the pressure valve off a little bit for these guys and just release a little bit of that built up steam. Because I bet, knowing that this has been delayed a whole lot, they put themselves in a spot where maybe they didn't know, like maybe they couldn't have predicted 16 mil in pre-sales. Maybe they didn't. I've seen the 501. It is pretty damn cool. It is the Stormtrooper Battalion, Vader's Trooper Battalion. Yeah, they're awesome. They do a lot of cool stuff. All right, dude. I say we with no further ado
and no more killing the lily.
Killing the lily. Dude, you can't make up shit.
No, you've never seen A Knight's Tale?
Dude, 40 years ago, dude. Once. It's on that list. It's on that list.
That one, his introduction of him that first time. With no further ado, and no more killing the lily.
Yeah, what we gotta do? We gotta make a playlist just called That List, and it's the crap I need to see. What I mean? Or the crap I need to rewatch. But anyways, all right, let's get the Oracle involved in the show.
All right,
Oracle, roll Doomsday. Now, King, I think we should just let it ride and only interject a little so we get the effect.
Something's coming. Something we may not be able to deter. Before this day is done, we shall be faced with an unthinkable decision.
Interesting accident choice, I'll say that. Kind of like it. All right.
I've fought with many warriors in my time. They were far stronger than all of us put together, and they died. They died facing enemies and threats that scared me far less than this one.
seeing Gambit. Okay.
Everything that they sacrifice will be for nothing if we do
Oh.
not stand together. Put aside your petty squabbles. And presume nothing except this. If you return, you will return as brothers and sisters.
I'm down for that.
But mark my words. We're going to need a miracle.
Hey, pal.
It's not possible.
Cue the music. That is one of my favorite themes of all time. All right. May as well get the copyright strike right out of the way.
This is for entertainment purposes and review purposes. It is protected under the Fair Use Act as we use it for such funds.
All rights belong to their owners at Marvel. They're gonna do it anyway, but whatever. All right, dude. Leave the video up. I think we need to look. No, you take the tiny one. Leave that up because I think we're probably this is gonna be one of them situations where we need to roll back and check a couple of things. Right. They saved the trailer for me with the Steve Rogers bit at the end. Anytime you can bring Cap in, I'm good. Cap's appearance in Infinity War is one of my favorite scenes in any movie ever. In the subway, that was fucking awesome.
When they made the save,
Dude. When the Scarlet Witch and Vision are happy to see Captain America, you know it's that ass if you're a bad guy. Like that's all there is to that. My theater went crazy. The characters on the screen went crazy, and then Falcon and Black Widow mopped up. That was awesome. Right. I'm glad they went back to the well a little bit subtly here with bringing him in that way. Right? Give me your overall. Let's break this one down. Let's take some time. So let's do this.
First off, we see the first thing I noticed was Cyclops in the Cyclops outfit, the blue with the yellow visor.
Yes.
You have Gambit is Gambit, and he does the whole stop him with the card thing. Like that is like, and it looked like Channing Tatum there lost some weight for this role, unlike he did for Deadpool and Wolverine. He would look like he was exceeding the maximum weight limit for that costume.
For that latex costume.
Yeah.
Ivan just quick says, "Get this man a shield." Still one of my favorite because that's a great line. Get this man a shield. That's a great exclamation point. Banger line. Continue, King. Let's talk, and then we'll get to you guys in quick second. I don't want King to get all his thoughts out.
So you did see a good portion of X-Men in this. Like it was a good balance of people that you saw, and like you see Fantastic Four out there, like being ambassadors, which is kind of like what they were designed to be. So
explorers and ambassadors.
Yeah.
The jacket on Reed looks stupid though. I don't like the jacket. That's the
part
costume.
at the end where Doom blots Thor coming with Stormbreaker with two fingers, which you guys have to go back to remember in Infinity War, where he throws Stormbreaker at Thanos, who's doing a full gauntlet shot. It cuts through it like butter and hits Thanos dead in the chest. And homeboys here just like, no.
Yeah, should aim for the head. Hey, Travis, what's up, boss? Dude, see, I get what they're doing. I get it. It's not Fat Thor. I'm happy.
Oh yeah, Thor looked good.
But again, it's you know what that scene is. That's the scene from it was it Endgame? Yeah, no, it was the beginning of Infinity War, where Thanos straight up works the Hulk. So like you put on notice that your boys are in trouble.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that scene with Doom blocking Thor like he's nothing, that's going to be very early in the film, and then Thor is going to have that discussion with everybody about facing threats. This new threat's like nothing we've seen. Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
blah.
this is nothing we've seen before.
Yeah. Doom can't do that to him at the end of the movie. It just doesn't. That wouldn't track for me. I would not like that. Ivan says, this Thor is definitely not Love and Thunder Thor. Finally. Agreed, my friend. Agreed. That was tragic. But, we saw Professor X in there. I hit you with the till you're 90. Then we saw Magneto. I hit you with the till you're 150 because my man's, they got to leave these guys alone.
Well, he was there. I know Ian was there, and he was talking in different movies who wanted to use them. He's like, "Y'all got to hurry up because I have a heart out." and
it's ticking, unfortunately. As much as everybody loves these guys.
And Patrick Stewart said that these two movies are his last movies of
He's ever. Retiring from acting. Good for them. I mean, they've put in their time. They've storied, vaunted careers. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Dude, let's talk other side characters doing it because a lot of people peeking through, like you said, like the Fantastic Four making their appearances, dude. I get why they need to be involved in this because they are supposed to be like a flagship team as Marvel moves into their next phase. Dude, I'm anti-Pedro at this point. Like I am Pascal'd out. Like I don't care at all to see him in the movie. He's not immersion breaking for me though. It won't ruin the movie for me. Like if Captain Marvel just zoomed in and did some gangster shit, I'd be like, come on, guys. Like read the room. Like read it for a change. Read it. Pedro's not there yet. His performance is read. I know you liked it a lot. I was kind of lukewarm on it, but it'll be effective, I think. Kirby is still gorgeous. The Thing is there. Johnny Storm, he was all right in the movie. We'll see what they give him to do.
He's kind of be on the back burner anyways until it's action time because he's the immature one.
Right. Although they didn't really lean into that at all in the last movie. They tried to grow him up a little bit, but still, you're right. 100%. Ivan says, only the Russos can make Gambit into a badass looking hero. Dude, all they had to do was put him in the costume, get him in shape, and give him a card.
And give him a card.
Make that happen. Give him a card. Shang-Chi facing off with Gambit. That's obviously one of those collapsing timeline situations that's going to come early on. I haven't seen Shang-Chi. Did you see that one from Phase 3?
I did see that
or
one.
Phase 4, whatever it was.
It wasn't that bad of a movie because once it explained what the 10 rings actually were, who the Mandarin is, who actually he was.
Really?
Not the guy who played him. Not Trevor. Trevor, yeah. Not Trevor, but who he really was.
And I love that guy now. Post Wonder Man.
But it was one of his many names as he was part of the organization known as the 10 Rings, which is the same organization that kidnapped Tony Stark in Iron Man 1.
Right. So Shang-Chi going to get a little bit airtime. That was cool. One of the if we can roll the video back, it looked like Ant-Man was kissing someone on the forehead. Was that his daughter? Did they bring her back? I didn't catch. Okay, so that was the daughter character. Okay, I'm out on her. I thought she was the most obnoxious character in any phase I think I've ever seen, and that includes Captain Marvel when they stuck her in Quantumania. I thought she was absolutely awful. Let me get out of Travis real quick right there though. Oh, sorry. Put him back. I'll let you guys drive. There we go. My hands are off the keyboard. I wonder if Charles and Magneto both died during the X-Mansion scene, getting everyone else out. That'd be dope. We don't see them elsewhere in the trailer, and it'd be hard dragging them around the whole movie. Good point. And I think we're going to find that's what happens. Like King was saying the other day, probably like 70% of the cast is going to be out in like the first 20 minutes. Yeah. Because you have to have a story dialed down onto your core cast moving forward. You can't carry a cast of 40 for 2.5 hours. Angie, welcome to the channel and the show. Did we both see the Clayface trailer? We've seen the old one. We're actually doing the one that just dropped coming up shortly.
Yes.
We will be getting to that definitely. We're both very much into that movie. All right. Why do I have a volume thing on the screen? How did I make that?
That's because the video's still up.
Oh, never mind. I thought that was on my end. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. No. So
Ivan clarified for me real quick, dude. Yes, it's Cassie, the daughter. She's blonde now since I guess the actress didn't want to dye her hair, which is exactly everything I know about her because she was a pain in the ass on Supernatural as well. I do not like her. Anyway, and Angie asks again, and always welcome. Are we both excited for Spider-Man Brand New Day? I'm excited, and Kingsley is so excited he has declared a channel-wide embargo on talking about the movie or watching the reviews.
The reviews and trailers. We did talk about it because we we all have ideas of what's going
That's
to
what I meant,
happen,
trailers.
and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's enough leakage that you can hear. It's kind of hard. I mean, that we have a bigger hole in our embargo than the Titanic had when it sunk. So I mean, because no matter where you look, people are posting pictures of stuff that came out of this latest trailer, and I'm just like I can't click fast enough to get it out of my view. It's like, get out of my eye line.
Right. Real quick, Real Don had asked, or he said, I think they'll have Cassie as part of Young Avengers. That's where she slots in, but I think we were hearing talk going back a hot minute now that whole thing is done. Like that little post-credit scene that had Kate Bishop getting together with Miss Marvel, getting teamed with, was Captain Marvel in that post-credit scene too? Or it might have been Cassie. Like
what post-credit scene was that?
It was in one of the movies that had come out in Phase 4. The three girls would have got the same three girls I thought that were in the
might have been
animated
after
thing
the
we watched.
Marvels.
Yeah, it might have. It's been a while now. I don't think they're going with that. Haley Stenfield as Kate Bishop. That's right. That's what.
Stenfield Allen.
Whatever. I don't care. I don't recognize hyphenated names. I don't have all day for that. The Marvela.
The Marvela.
That's
probably a better movie than what we did with the Marvels.
like Telemundo version of the Marvels. I'd watch it. Oh, okay, we got you. We just playing. Travis had asked, which X-Men do you think will make it to the end of the movie? I'm gonna give that one to the King. That's a you question, dude, because I can't do that kind of.
So going with the X-Men that I know that are going to be in it, I believe the only two that should make it to the end because of the hard reboot that's coming after Secret Wars, not hard reboot, but hard reset. Like they're just starting, they're moving forward, kind of what the 2013 Evil Dead was to the Evil Dead franchise. It wasn't a reboot, it wasn't a redo, it was a push forward, and I think that's what we're going for after Secret Wars. So they're going to have a whole new cast for that. So I think Cyclops and either Nightcrawler or Gambit will be the last two standing.
I like that because it's new blood. I like that. I don't we already know Hugh Jackman's out. This version of Wolverine dies. Like that's the big rumor, and I think that's all been confirmed because that whole story made all of the rounds through. And if they were knocking channels for that shit, for like talking about the first 10 minutes with the Tobey Maguire rumor, that's happening. Like you can take that to the bank. So I like the fact that he won't be around. And I like giving Nightcrawler his due. Done properly, that's a great character. And Gambit is another one. Hasn't been done yet. Not right. Not extensively.
If they go with the write-up that I did, it is now up to 50 pages of the Mutant saga. They should open up in the man lost out of time, the Bishop story, because Bishop should be the anchor of it. And what they should have is that big like bat in a tank thing where it looks like what Weapon X was in, but it has Wolverine's skeleton in there, like as he's trying to regenerate him.
Sick. We get Travis in here with the Toby rumor. It'd be interesting if the incursion is set during Spider-Man 2. Doc Ock's son from the end being the thing that needs to be stopped. Magneto dying to contain it. Dope. Love the idea.
Yeah,
I don't know how much they're going to incorporate from the other movies, like how in Endgame they went back to moments that we had already seen, and Steve had to avoid himself. Like I don't know if they're going to go do that.
No, that was actually kind of cheesy and very campy,
even for them.
I mean, even with the stupid. I mean, there was a couple good jokes with it and a couple good things they did, which actually led into this whole version of Doomsday. Was when Tony was talking with his father, but that was. I mean, but they ruined the part when it was like that is America's ass.
Travis, right? Hold on. I want to go back up one. Thank you. I've heard talk of the hard reset for a year, never knowing the source. It's good to have clarification. Why introduce new characters, have new sequels if you're rebooting everything? Leakers suck. Dude, because the unfortunate reality is all of the new stuff they've done has been on a downward trajectory for like 6 years. That's why. Yeah. You know, they need to do it. And even if it's not a reboot and we don't see a brand new Wolverine, a brand new Thor, a brand new Cap, King's right, man. This segue needs to shift the focus to a successful Fantastic Four that's established, which we already have, as much as I thought the movie was mid. That's a cornerstone for them. And it needs to transition into the mutant era, even if they want to do the modern one that I don't know too much about. You know what I mean? Like, they need to get the X-Men under the Marvel umbrella on screen and do new shit with them that isn't Patrick Stewart, that isn't First Class, and that isn't Hugh Jackman. They really need to sort out the new team, even if it is the original team that you were talking about the other day.
Just recast. And that's
Right.
that's the main point that is going to happen after Secret Wars, is that everything that happened before still happened before. Therefore, it's not a reboot. It's a push forward, but it's just a new cast.
You guys got to go. You guys keeping the chat popping today, though. Dude, Mediocre Maiden says, I hope Toby isn't in it at all. What an A. Not a fan of Toby. Hope the rumors aren't true. He's in it. And he gonna die in the first 10 minutes. So I mean, I guess that's a mixed bag for you. Just saying. And then Travis said, I wonder where Binary and Monica are during the X-Mansion scene. They'd have to be there for continuity's sake. Yeah, but I think they're sitting on a couple of those Disney Plus show characters for the next movie, because we know Miss Marvel's not in this at all. And you would think that she'd be a player in some of this stuff too. We know She-Hulk not going to be in it because awful.
And fired.
Captain Marvel and fired, mostly fired anyway, if we're believing it. Yeah, I'm a pape on this one. Toby best Spidey, product of my era, I guess.
I'm with Tom Holland.
You're gonna go baby boy. Okay,
that's right.
He's in our era. There's not a bad one.
No,
in our era,
not.
there's 100% not a bad one.
Well, to be 100% honest and 100% transparency, I would put Toby at number 3 because I liked Andrew Garfield, because I think he had more.
3? Are you out of your mind?
I think Andrew Garfield captured a lot more of the snarkiness and the smartassery that is Spider-Man than Toby did. Toby had a few different moments, but it felt scripted. Some of the, like with Tom and with Andrew, it felt more natural for them.
Oracle says, you ever heard the youth past look at Spidey? Yes, I am. And then Pape says, Spider-Man 2 best superhero movie. I don't know if best ever, but I can put that in my top 3 really.
That is a good one. Yeah,
I can put it in my top 3. I think The Dark Knight edges it for me, and I'd probably put Infinity War. But those 3 are interchangeable. That top 3, any given day, I could give you a different answer.
Yes, Spider-Man 2 is a good one, but Holland as Spider-Man in Civil War is the Spider-Man I've been waiting for forever.
The kid getting mixed up in the bigger thing,
and then just the way he just never shuts up.
Yeah. Where are you from? Queens. Where are you from? Brooklyn. That was some good shit. Yeah, but to let you know how strong he was early when he caught Winter Soldier's punch, though. Believe that put it on notice. Travis says, unless it was joking, Mon Vellani confirmed she was in Doomsday during an interview alongside Andy Serkis for Animal Farm, which bombed. I had not heard that. That is interesting, because I thought they were really going to ditch a lot of the Young Avengers characters at this point and maybe bring them into the Secret Wars thing.
Well, it could lead into where Doomsday are taking these kids. This is why Thor is so upset, because he takes Thor's daughter. It's one of those little spoilers goes on.
Yeah, but these are, I mean, like the characters we're talking about, though, like Ms. Marvel, Monica, and Kate Bishop, like they're all like teens and like early 20s, though. They're not kids.
They could be part of like the people he's taking.
I thought the whole thing was he's taking kids like Franklin.
No, because
babies and kids like Pied Piper shit.
No, just like Thor's daughter would look like she was about 6, 7.
True, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that character tracks with some of the other characters that are already grown up and have minor league superhero identities established. I thought that wouldn't have been part of the story. Ivan asked something about Animal Farm. Yeah, it's an old book. It's a super warning cautionary tale about the dangers of communism. And
based on the same person who wrote 1984 and Fahrenheit 451.
No, he did not write Fahrenheit 451. That was Ray Bradbury.
That was Ray Bradbury.
Orwell. Yeah. And then the new adaptation was The Dangers of Capitalism, which completely subverts the entire intent of the original book, which was stupid and why it bombed. Looking at you guys, that's our studio right there. Sound of Freedom. Angel Studio. Where were you guys on that one? How'd that slip through?
Hey, sometimes
jackasses.
Sometimes things slip through the cracks.
You know what happened was Mary was on vacation that week. Over there in quality control. It's like on The Office when the lady took the sick day and Creed screwed her with the watermark. It was that. That's what happened. The obscene watermark. It was that.
Yeah.
Holland, Babe says Holland is too juiced on energy drinks. I like that kind of twitchy, pressured talking thing. That speaks to me. That speaks to
him and Monday talking while he's trapped in the vault and Homecoming is
solid.
Do you want me to switch to death mode? No, not death mode.
and he can turn on the dramatic chops, if you will. Like the scene with Aunt May was a pretty good, like a pretty good death grief scene. So he's got some range. He's got some ability. I don't mind.
I don't want to go, Mr. Stark.
Oh, dude, I didn't even want to bring that up. I'm sorry. Dude, that's the dude. That scene doesn't work if he doesn't say that. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't pound like a megaton bomb if you don't have a kid, like apologizing as he dies. Like that's savage shit, dude. So I mean, I guess that's actually a good segue point in this conversation about Doomsday. Honestly, where is your emotional investment in any of this stuff? Because I don't see me connecting to anything they can do the way I connected to Spidey dying in that movie. Like there's no, like where's the scene? Where's my dark moment that's going to lead to the catharsis in the next movie? You know, I don't think they've earned any of that from me, but you're more positive generally on these things.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you hoping that comes from? And you guys in the chat, let me know.
I mean, seeing Patrick Stewart die as Xavier, that's going to hit me.
We've seen it like eight fucking times, dude.
I've seen it twice.
8 times.
I've seen it twice.
Dude, 1, 2, 4, 5. It's all the same. But I see what you continue.
But it's still Xavier, and Xavier always comes back. Like was it Shira Empire that gave him his legs back, who invented the hover chair for him? Like they were always there to bring him back. Even though when he came back with no powers after Wanda or Scarlet Witch, Wanda got rid of all mutants with 3 words: no more mutants.
That's all it do. When you've got Omega level powers and chaos magic, that's what happens. But all right, so you're leaning definitely into the X-Men side of things, starting with Professor X as being like the thing that locks you in.
He'll be the one that when he dies, that one's going to get me. And they could build it up where it's like they're all gone again.
See, I feel like, but that's going back to the well. Like I already saw my guys get snapped.
Well, not all. 50% of them.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. I saw my crew get snapped. That was enough. And even when you know it's coming, because you know that has to happen to set up Endgame, it's still like you hear a pin drop and then everybody leaves the theater quietly. You know what I'm saying? So what are we thinking here? How does this movie end on the down note we know it has to end? What does Doom do? Does he pull off like the multiverse destruction thing at the end of this?
That's what he takes the best of the multiverse and builds Battle World.
I think Travis is touching on this. Oh, actually, can we go back up one to Travis real quick? Because he mentioned another one of the younger characters there, America Chavez, who was in Multiverse of Madness, right?
Yeah, she was America.
That's right. That's what I say. That's what I meant to
say.
Oh
no, that's her. That was her name. That's her character.
Yeah,
I thought because there's that actress who has the name America, and I thought you were talking about her.
Not her. That's America Ferrera, who was in Barbie.
Oh, okay.
Maybe the post credits could be America Chavez going into these alternate Earths during the destruction, pulling people out, and that's when we get people like, cool. I mean, that could work 100%.
It would actually give meaning to Multiverse of Madness other than a standalone movie.
Because that's what it is right now. Because my man's still like being banished and making no appearances in
with his third eye.
Saying just maybe we want to talk about that and get that explained sometime, guys. Travis says either through Doom or by himself. Franklin knows the only way the incursion ends is for an Earth to be destroyed. He resurrects the Celestial in 616, like with his mom destroying the planet. Okay, I mean maybe that's it. That would end on a massive downer. It's dark. I like it though. It makes sense and it pays everything off. It's still because again that's another thing that's like, how are we just gonna gloss over the Celestial that's over there in the ocean except for that one crappy Captain Falcon movie? Like we're just now getting into that.
So that's where they had to get that's where they finally got Animanium from.
Yep. True. It needs to end on a dark note though. Like it's gonna either way. It's gonna feel cheap to me because I haven't enjoyed phases 4 and 5. I haven't enjoyed most of the show. So there's no phase 1 through 3 build up to get into like assemble and then unsnap. You know what I mean? Like that's not gonna happen for me, and I get that. So I guess what I'm looking for here is I want to see a tight story that like Travis was just kind of hinting at, that like I really do want them to wrap up and put a bow on top of this dumpster fire of crap that I've seen lately. That way we can get that clean, semi-clean break that you want with the X-Men, the Fantastic Four. I think you have to do that. We have to move on, even if they don't want to tacitly admit that a bunch of this stuff has not worked commercially. It's undeniable. We have the numbers. We've beaten the numbers to death on this channel and in bigger spots, right? Most of this stuff has not been successful. It's time for a break. It's time to move on. I hope we can get that. Paper just said you really think they're bringing 100%. That's the Doom visited them at the end of our Fantastic Four.
Franklin's
I
going to have
don't- 100% they're
a
not gonna-
huge role in
Yeah.
this, because either he's going to wait in a celestial, because he is a celestial being based on
Yep,
how
they already set
who his
that
parents are.
up. They already
With-
built that. He's a cosmic being. Yep.
with Galactus.
Mm-hmm.
And what they could do, because the next movie, they already have the name, and it is Secret Wars, in which has 3 different comic book runs. You have Secret Wars 2, and then they had the new Secret Wars that they built up. Just like there's also Civil War 2 as well.
Not
But
as good.
they with this new Secret War is that they ripped the multiverse apart and built Battle World. So 616, 814, 13010145, they are all built parts of it into this Battle World, and they fought for the new one timeline, one verse battle, which became, I believe, it reset back to 616 after it was all said and done.
Oh, we know that they'll play loose with the realm numbers anyway, though, like they do. They will. They won't be paying too much attention to continuity in the film. They've already kind of not done that along the way. Travis says, "Oh, then Charles Xavier connects with newborn Celestial to fight God Emperor Doom. That'd be something. I could see that in the next movie. Happy with that." And then Ivan up top a little bit. Hey, that's the one I was looking for. Secret Wars is really Marvel's Crisis on Infinite Earth. Still weird that Marvel has a version. I don't think it's weird because these two companies, they crib off each other all the time, and they've been doing that for decades. When one person had a major death of a character, the other brand killed somebody off at the same time. They've all done the multiverse. They've all done time travel. It doesn't surprise me. And the talent cross-pollinates as well. You know, you leave one gig, you go somewhere else, you bring some of that feedback and some of the ideas. That doesn't surprise me. Like, not at all. I'm really interested in the Franklin Reed becoming a Celestial and Charles connecting with him somehow. That would require Patrick Stewart staying alive through the end of this movie, though, because ain't nobody fighting God Emperor Doom in this movie. He gonna kick some ass.
And see, this what it could actually open up to. 'Cause I just looked up based on what he said, Infinity Earth and Crisis on Infinity Earth and Secret Wars. Secret Wars came out a year and a half before Crisis on Infinite Earth. The first Secret Wars did, in which that one was the Beyonder, wanting to see who was the world, the galaxy's mightiest heroes, and he brought them to a different battle world, not through multiverse, but it was just battle world. And like that's how Magneto ended up. Magneto kind of fell in the middle, and they put him on the good guy side.
Now, Travis brings up a good point here, and I defer to everybody else's comic expertise. Magneto can also control the Celestial. It's made of adamantium. Is there not an upper limit to how much mass he can manipulate them? Otherwise, could he not move an entire planet if there was a core of adamantium in it?
Well, I mean, he could move a planet because all he would have to do is change the magnetic field, which he didn't even have to lift the planet to do.
True.
He's the master of magnetism. He doesn't just move metal. All magnetic planes.
Now we've got discussions of power creep that need to be taken into account. And if there's one company that can't handle limiting powers for purposes of telling a good story, it's these clowns. So hopefully, Travis, they don't realize that, even though you're probably right.
And with great power comes even more power.
Yeah, sadly. Battle World is Marvel, War World DC. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. I guess that remains to be seen. Trailer's still going to blow up. This thing's probably going to hit like 100 million views easy. You know, I'm guessing by the time this movie drops, it's already at like 40 or whatever we said. It's only been 2 days. So it's going to go yard on the tube. So those ticket pre-sales, dude, are crazy though.
Yes.
Like by the time this movie,
5 million.
Dude, imagine when we get to December if they've got like 80 million in pre-sales or something crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's absurd. But it's realistic. Now, I had a Doomsday thought, and I know it's not in continuity, but I wanted to run it by you guys. I've been sitting on this just because I think it would be hilarious, because he's already got the line built in there about where has your failure brought you? What if they need to find Thanos to fight this fight? I'm just saying. I know it's probably not part of the story, but I thought that'd be fucking wild. I'd like to see Brolin back in the role. This ends multiverse kind of shit.
But see, that's
I'm
the
just
thing.
saying.
Like we would see the Thanos Doomsdays fight that we've already seen in shorts, where he pretty much rips out Thanos' spine when they're fighting.
And show me that. But then you know what? Then you have that be the, oh shit, the guys are on notice that Doom's not fucking around. Right. And then Thor doesn't have to get cucked in his own movie again. And not his own movie, but, you know, like in his next return.
Because he's not like a suit like Iron Man was, even though it's played by RDJ and it's a different mask, different task type guy. Is his power is magical on the dark side of it. He is like the reverse Scarlet Witch, where hers is the hex. He has the dark side of the hex because his powers were granted by Mephisto actually to his mom, and then she taught him how to absorb it, and that's why she is trapped by Mephisto, and that's why he's just like, I'm going to burn the world to include good and bad because I'm just here to get my mother back.
Travis says Thanos is my first thought. Comes in like Apollo Creed and Rocky 3. Yep. Telling these new Avengers they're not as strong as the previous ones out there. And then it becomes Rocky 4 and Doom just fucking fells him in the ring, and if he dies, he dies. Yeah, that's probably what I was thinking. That'd be kind of sick. I'd be down for that.
I didn't hear no bell.
I didn't hear no bell. I could change. Side note, we are seeing that movie though. That's happening. I Play Rocky. We're seeing that shit. That's not negotiable. Ivan says, seeing your review of 12 Monkeys was so fun. Hey, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Especially when you questioned if the showrunner planned it all, which he did. There's a scene in the episode Paradox that completely proves it. I'd have to go back and rewatch it. I don't remember exactly all the breakdown of that. But thank you for the recommendation for 12 Monkeys. I really enjoyed it. I will probably over the rest of the year watch at least the rest of season 2 for sure, because I liked it. They picked up at a really interesting spot from season 1 into season 2. 100%. King, are you in the Oracle likely to watch any more of it if you get a chance?
Yeah, we're gonna watch it. It just getting through everything we have to watch, and right now just a really busy time for us to sit down and actually watch TV. Because we have an event that we've been running since Sunday. Tomorrow's the last day, and then right after that, Oracle's heading up to the homeland and seeing family and bringing family back down, and then we're heading out to the big Texas after that. So yeah, it's time to.
That's good, Travis. The movie ends on a freeze frame of Doom and Thanos coming in,
punching each other.
Dude, put that prompt in ChatGPT right now. That needs to be a thing. I want that. And then it just goes to matte painting red and yellow of them two in the boxing trunks. That'd be I need to get that done.
You put Deadpool in as the referee,
right?
With the referee stripes, like an NFL referee shirt.
Yep. Yeah. I'll be playing with the copyright-free version of an AI later to make that image happen, because I want that as my background for next week and going forward. That shit's too funny. Dude, why don't we let's skip some of the other talk point things, since we're already almost coming up on like an hour anyway. Let's jump into the you want to do Clayface, because I know that's a big deal. A lot of people are saying really good things now about this trailer.
Well, I mean the first teaser trailer, it hit quite hard. And didn't even say a word, I don't think.
Nope. So that was just the music, right? It was just that ominous, the kind of tones, a little bit of the score. Yeah. Dude, I think that before we roll the trailer, dude, we should do the same thing we just did for Doomsday, I think. Like, expectations for you out of Clayface. Do you need a solid DC movie, or do you need a solid body horror movie first? Where are you on that? That's what I need to know.
Well, since this is like the only true horror other than Terrifier 4 that's happening during our annual spooky season of September, October, this is about I just need a good horror movie that's in spooky season. And I think this is going to lead up to it. Clayface is such a underrated bad guy in Batman. He pretty much just plays this spy who could be anybody, and he's like, oop, and then made you look type bad guy. Like he's not.
I look like your mom.
Right. He's not like sinister or anything like that, but he should be. So, like I said, with a lot of these movies, I put my expectations so low I could trip over them, so I can always be made fun.
Dude,
I have a good idea.
That means you've got the bar set low, dude. I've taken the bar off the lowest notch and I've just put it on the ground. That way, when I step on it, I roll and I go up and I land flat. That's how low it is for me. That's where I'm at with that. Also, Travis just said right there, it was kind of funny. Thanos has to train in the Liberian Mountains as Doombots. Watch him train binoculars, and then he just throws out the Doom, and it echoes. We should just do that. We should just AI that. Make that happen.
Have Doom cut into the trailer of I Play Rocky.
Like have it static and break up and break in. Well, we could go one step further on Travis's idea. Have Thanos out there in the cabin growing the beard training, and Doom's in his castle in a high tech lab down bottom, just like hitting the pressure pad.
Yeah,
it's like
he gets an
7,000
injection of
tons.
something.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right. Drago's son's name was Victor. I'm just saying.
Yep.
I'm just saying it might be in world.
Yeah.
I think Travis just connected the dots. But
Victor
I think,
Von Doom.
I think
Drago.
for me with Clayface, dude, I almost don't care that it's DC adjacent. I don't.
Yeah.
If Batman's not in it, I don't give a shit. I'm really just in it to see the actor's portrayal of somebody that's so vain and so narcissistic watch himself decompose, and then to see the level of effects that they put on it. Because if they do anything like they did with like The Substance or Together, like some of those other body horror things that have come out over like the last year,
I still need to see it together. I want to see that one.
Dude, I don't know if I can watch that. Dude, they had that one trailer bit where like he slips his hands into her back, and I'm just like, nope.
And I
know,
might
not be down.
And like out of the Franco brothers, I believe that Dave Franco is better than his brother, even though his brother's been nominated and stuff like that, and you know has a bigger name. I think David is a much better actor, and I think he pulled this off really well. 100%.
So to take a look at that, I think that'd be interesting. But we have that trailer ready to go because this is their second full trailer, right? This is 2.
No, this is their first. Well, they're calling the one we've already seen their first trailer. So this is technically the second trailer, but this is like their first true trailer.
So they're gonna talk story in this probably. We're gonna have to,
there'll be speaking parts and something like that.
Before you hit play, I just want to say it out loud, and you guys can correct me in the chat or let us know. We 100% are not catching a look at Batman or Penguin in this movie, right? This is in the verse. It's in that world, but they're not involved. Right?
I cannot confirm nor deny this statement. I think we might get what we kind of got with the end of the Penguin.
Oh, the silhouette at the end of the episode, which was
the
enough for me.
bat symbol.
The signal, I was down. All right, Ivan's calling for standalone status down there. I'll take his word at it. If the real Don is still out there, I know he's been doing some man in the chair responsibilities lately as well. We can put him on that and give the Oracle a break because she's got her finger on the video button, which we're going to use right now. Let's do that. This is Clayface, everybody. Looking more like plastic face right now.
Show me.
I like the cutaway. Good for a trailer.
And cast in shadow there.
Mistaken.
Yep.
I want my life back.
I know you. You're famous.
She's famous, isn't she? She's an actor. She's somebody.
She's somebody.
It's a tragedy what they did to him.
Boo.
I'd like to volunteer for human trials.
We're gonna get right into the face.
This isn't cosmetic surgery.
Even if it kills me, I'll be better off than I am now.
All right, so this is all science-based. There's no supernatural. There's no magical. How he knows what he does, right? Is that always how it is?
I don't remember how he started. I just knew what he was. And like he could change sizes and stuff.
I feel great, actually.
I have no idea what side effects she'll have or how to treat them.
Was it Brianna Fox?
Sir, the seatbelt sign is on.
We're in unknown territory.
Where it's gonna get gross. Yeah. Oh no, he's gonna cut the eye. Oh my god, dude,
What's happening to me?
If you're harboring feelings of anger, you need to let them go.
You want to know how I feel?
Travis
The people I trusted betrayed me. The justice system failed me. They stole my career, my money, my life. I'm a monster.
I love that move. Smooth it up, buddy.
I have no idea who you are.
Oh, we're going to see the true Clayface.
All right, let's bang out a couple people fired away some comments right over here real quick near the end of that. Travis says how he looked under that mask is how Billy Russo should have looked under his in Punisher season 2. Instead, it was red crayon mark across his face. That was awful. Yeah. Pape says it's kind of like the chick from Doom Patrol, which I never saw. Ivan could probably corroborate that for you. I really can't tell if they're going the anti-hero route with him. He's the hero in the comics now. I feel like they do that to every villain. I'm kind of over that too. Like I'm over the deconstructed hero thing. I'm over the redeemed villain thing too, I think, for a while. We just need to separate camps and get back to basics. The Real Don, thank you, Real Don. This is said to be standalone, but in the Gunverse, no known cameos so far. I think King's right. I think at the end of this, because it's in Gotham, we saw the cop cars. It's not like they're in like Star City or somewhere else. You're gonna get a signal or a reference to the Bat. You'll get at least one line or an image, I bet. But he won't be in it. Ivan says that the eye thing completely freaked. Dude, it was nasty. It was nasty. We just saw like Evil Dead Burn, and that was nasty. Like this, like what's up with all the nasty? What's going on here? It's crazy. Mediocre Maiden says, I'm unsure about old Clayface. Now, Mediocre Maiden, we have to ask. I don't remember where you come down on horror movies in general. So this is a straight up body horror situation. This isn't really this isn't Men in Tights superhero stuff here. So you really might not like this one, depending on how far they lean into that. That's worth thinking about. And Ivan says, good comparison to Rita from Doom Patrol. It really does. She really does look someone now I think about it. Yeah, can we get Real Don if you're still there? Can you get the cast list for this and find out who the love interest is? Because I think she looks familiar, but I just can't. I can't place her at all. I was gonna say it's the girl from Obsession. It's clearly not Indy Navarrete. Clearly not.
Oh, the one he meets in the club.
Yeah, the good looking girl who walked up and said, "Hey, you're famous," and or whatever she said. That girl. And then Media Man said, "Not a fan of horror in general." Yeah, probably won't. We'll keep you posted on how horror it is, but it's gonna be horror. I'll just tell you that up front. Spoiler alert: it's gonna be kind of horror. 100%. No shot it's not. And then Travis had said the trailer reminded me of Invisible Man 2020 total. I could see that. I think that's a good comparison there. I don't think that they probably won't be they'll be focusing more on the vanity obsession thing and not the domestic abuse and like controlling relationship shit probably. I'll see that. But King, what did you think overall? I mean, we did the discussion thing. Let's get your take on the trailer.
I think
let's hear it.
The trailer kind of hyped that up a lot. We're seeing a little bit more of like how this one became Clayface. I think the other one it was just like in radiated like makeup that turned him into it or something. I don't remember the origin of Clayface. I will admit that up front here, but I do like this one where they kind of use like this active clay.
It's like the substance. It's basically that.
And then him just like when he gets it's controlled by his emotions, which is a true thing to Clayface. And then at the end there, when he starts growing and becoming bigger, and like you had the scene where you see like the mud coming and joining being a part of him. That's kind of part of Clayface's lore as well. So I think they're keeping it very true to the Clayface of Gotham.
I'll take a look at that. Travis said real quick, the surgeon is Jonna. Yeah, that I had mentioned that. I had said that. I corrected myself. I thought you'd seen Brienne of Tarth somewhere in there. Gwendolyn, what's her name? You meant Lando's daughter. Lando's daughter from the end of Rise of Skywalker.
You mean the Rose replacement?
Rose replacement, who was also in the movie but sidelined for reasons. Real Dawn, no, not Naomi Ackel. That's who we're talking about now. Jonna. There was an attractive white lady in the trailer that walked up to him when they were outside. I think were they in the club or outside the club?
In the club. They were on the dance floor.
And she reminded him he was famous or something. That girl. The one that looks like the girl from Obsession. That's who I was trying to place. This movie, I think it rises and falls on people. Ruby Sear. Nope, doesn't sound familiar. Travis says Rose needed to file Leia's taxes or something. Maybe. That would have been more interesting than what they gave her to do. The effects are going to be solid. I think we've seen enough of that in the sizzle reel style trailers that we got already for this, and then this one here. Dude, is the story just a vengeance tale? Is it Darkman? Is that what this is? Like, it's just going to be him getting back at like the mobsters that cut him up?
There you go.
Darkman, isn't it?
It's Darkman.
Yeah.
It's a young Liam Neeson before they started messing with his family.
Yeah.
But wait, wasn't Darkman they messed with his family? And that's how he became Darkman?
Didn't Darkman, wasn't he a criminal that turned on them? I think like he double crossed him or something.
And they took out the pain sensor of his brain out. That's why it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I'd be able to do that. That's a retro. Put a pin in it. There we go. I made it an hour. Almost made it an hour. We're gonna put in a pin in Darkman. We should definitely put that on Retro Watch.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
definitely
very
early
young
90s flick.
Liam Neeson. That's like early 90s.
Yep. That's right up Retro Watch's alley. That's why I think we should do it.
Mm-hmm.
True. So then, just
all
to
the
wrap
sequels,
up,
I think what they got to like Darkman 6, and like,
they got up
those are
there,
just
dude.
stupid.
They got up there. Just to put a pin in the end, not a pin, but just to wrap up the I almost called it the Darkman trailer. I gotta stop that. The Clayface trailer. Is this what DC needs? Do they just need to be this and just pick like really cool B, C, and D list characters? And Clayface isn't really in D list. You know what I mean?
Well,
pick
I mean,
not Batman.
he's
pick
not on the top. He's not top tier villain of Batman
true.
either.
He's probably B or C, right? Like that's fair, I guess. Right, but do they need to take more of those guys and tell those stories? Like, should they have just stuck with? Should they do a Swamp Thing? Should they do a Solomon Grundy? You know what I mean? Is this better? Is this better for their brand than trying to chase Phase 1 through 3 Marvel when they haven't gotten it right in 2 attempts yet?
Well, let's ask Sony how it worked out for them.
That's Sony though. Just because one team doesn't get it right doesn't mean our team couldn't figure that out. Travis says there were 3 Darkman movies total. Oh. Yeah, 2 sequels, 3 total. Die, Darkman. I remember that being on cable and laughing at that dumbass title. That's some funny stuff. Gabe says it certainly can't hurt DC to go this route. Dude, I largely agree with you. I don't like
instead of trying to have a connected universe, overall arching story, because every time they get past movie 2, it just kind of falls apart.
Sometimes it falls apart at movie 1, but actually it didn't. But you know, but it seems like they're already set up for this, right? Like they got Creature Commandos. That's not really connecting anything in a meeting.
Which is scheduled come out, season 2 scheduled come out next year.
Which is beyond me because I watched 3 episodes of that and found nothing enjoyable about it at all, and I'm not sure anybody else did. The Super Family stuff, like I get that. That's cornerstone DC stuff, but then like you got Peacemaker. That's not connected to anything that they had, that like World Man of Tomorrow or anything like that. So why not do, like as Real Don just pointed out, Independent Joker was great. Then we got Philippe Hadid.
Yeah.
And then that was terrible.
It was pretty much the director's like, stop hiring me to do this because
I hate
what I'm
you.
gonna do. Yeah.
I'm gonna ruin your shit.
Yeah.
It's like, hold my beer. I'm gonna ruin your shit. But like I think that seems to be like a kind of a growing consensus here within our own chat, King, is that like maybe they should just try this because they seem like they want to go that route. Like they're already leaning towards doing that. Why not?
I think Gunn needs to just hand over the rights of Batman to Reeves, and just leave it there. Don't put it in his DCU. Like just have Batman as a myth, kind of like what they did with Oliver Queen in the Arrowverse. You never saw Batman, but they did talk about Bruce Wayne and stuff like that. And
I think I largely agree with that. Travis says Sony had something. They had a connected universe that didn't want to connect. They should have used Venom to introduce new characters, then give them good movies. That's an interesting idea to put Venom as the jumping off point for other villains that he could have met up with, maybe.
Well, Venom was
just bad
kickoff, but then
it was the kickoff. But it was just the kickoff. I think Travis is suggesting use it more of a hub. And have Venom himself be the through line.
Because I mean, we got Madam Web out of that. We got
Craven,
Morbius. Then we got Craven.
Yeah. Dude, but that's what I'm saying. They were just bad. I feel like that's one of those things like where I asked you the other day about like Green Lantern, right? You can make these movies. They can be made. It's just what we got was bad. There's no doubt in my mind somebody out there has the talent to make a good Madam Web movie. The clowns they got together and writing by committee just didn't do it. You know?
Like if if they did a new standalone Joker movie, you need the clown prince of crime. You need the one that kills Jason.
Yep.
Well, actually turns him into Red Hood because no one dies in comic books.
But we all thought he was dead. That was the point.
Yeah, but you need that Joker. You don't need
the Killing Joke.
Yeah, you don't need the Joker that we got in the Joker.
Because that was a different experiment. That was its own thing. Like Real Don was saying, that was an interesting character study on mental illness, the failing system, blah 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 blah. That was something else.
The greatest review I read about that one is that was people think a swimming pool is deep because they never swam in the ocean.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. I can see that. As somebody that works in the field, I thought they touched on enough stuff to make it interesting, though. Especially where systems fail and don't get people.
I think it was. I still thought it was a pretty good movie. I think Joaquin Phillips, Phoenix.
Yeah,
I think he's an interesting actor. I think he went off the deep end there for a little while, and then he came back, and he was even a better actor after that because he was pretty good before he walked off the deep end.
Yeah. Walked all the way off the deep end.
Yeah, then he went all the way off the deep end.
He's still going. Travis says Eddie was a New York reporter. Morbius was a New York doctor. Eddie interviews them, both bonding over having an urge to eat people so easy. It's right there.
Yeah,
it's right there, dude. You know.
But I did like how they did Venom, where they went with the San Francisco storyline after Brock left New York to start over.
Change of venue.
Yeah, after you know, Peter kind of took his job and like discredited him.
But I mean, like on that same note, like I know we're talking switched over to Marvel from DC, but like a similar another thing you can do is you have different eras of these characters. Do Agent Venom. Do that. Give him a bunch of guns. Cut him loose behind enemy lines. Tell an Agent Venom story. Just do something different. But
How
I don't
about
think
that for DC. They go back to the Golden Age of comic books and tell those stories.
See, dude, but there's a trap built into that. I think about that all the time, and the trap is some of that stuff is legitimately 45 tons of cheese in like a box. Hey, Sanju, welcome back, buddy. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's been a while. Glad you made it.
There's just too much that like audiences have evolved. It's like our cultures. Like, there's no more G Willikers and everybody drops F-bombs every 2 seconds now. It's a different time. I think maybe you could take a core element of some of the stories, but modernizing them gets really, I think that's the part.
No, I'm not saying modernize them at all. I'm talking about do a pure period piece and set the superhero back there in the Golden Age of comic books.
But you don't think that'll come across as too hokey for like the modern audience, though? Like not the cryptid modern audience. I mean, like right now.
DC is hokey.
But it's not supposed. I mean, I get it's supposed to be like, but there's a balance. If
and
you go
I
too
said
hokey,
you do the Golden Age, which was hokey. You're kind of going for that purpose. That's the whole reason of doing it.
I don't think there's a market for that though on that level, dude, because you're still going to spend $200 million to make that movie, but no one's trying to see Superman shoot out miniature Supermans. You know what I mean? Like, that's a thing.
Who isn't trying to see that?
Me.
Apparently you don't watch wrestling because people are loving Danhausen, and he has his mini Hausens that he has that come out.
Oh, okay. I mean, Doink the Clown did that shit in like 88, but that's neither here nor there.
Yes, same premise.
I know. Maybe it could be. Travis mentioned us to think Peacemaker's a 1966 character. Now he's talking like he's in a job. That's my point. Like, I think that there's too much time from that era to now. And even if you did it as a period piece, I don't know that. You know what? I take that all back. The people that like Fantastic Four like the futuristic retro shit of the 60s as they did it. So maybe there is.
People love Spider Noir.
Dude, you know, I'm doing that thing where I reverse course instantly because I think you talked me into it a little bit.
I think
but you have to pick a good story.
Yeah, you take a good story. You set it in the Golden Age of comic books, good story that they have there, and you tell that story. You have the dated old superhero costumes, like the original S on his chest.
Oh, dude, I don't know.
You have the Green Lantern with the cape, Kyle. You have the Flash. Like, you go back to who was way before
Jay.
Wally.
Yeah, Jay had the helmet.
Yeah, Jay with the helmet. Like, you tell that story.
Dude, I mean, listen, as much as I'm over that everybody's costume now is like body armor Stark Tech for Marvel and DCU, because that's what everybody has now. Like, that's just all they have is that shit, nanotech shit, or Pico Tech, or whatever they're on now in the Ultimate line, because they're on Pico shit now, right? Like, I'm over. I don't know that I'm over. I think I just can't get into Batman in like the gray and blue. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I can do it.
Yeah,
Bat's like close. Got a little close, but I don't know if I can do the gray and blue. And now with the yellow logo, man, it's too much cheese. And I like a little bit of cheese. I don't mind cheese topping, but it can't be the main ingredient. And you sounded like a main ingredient kind of guy.
Yeah, like you have to you shape it all towards that. I think that would work out for the DC universe. I really do, because that is when these characters were kind of peak too.
True. I mean, outside of the, and dude, you can look no further than the sales. I mean, that's another horse we kick every week here. Like outside of like the Bat family for DC, or like, and now they're running like Absolutes are doing okay. What else do they have? You know what I mean? Are they going to pull more shit from the last 10 years of comics that were unabashedly awful to put in a movie so they can tank for $350 million? Because that's what they got. Like, I don't know if you guys are keeping up with current events, but they're getting their asses kicked, pal. That's a movie quote. Obscure, not so obscure reference. If the Armorist was here, she'd be down. Yeah, they have DC's got decisions to make, dude. I'm down to see more of stuff like Clayface. Get me the B and C tier. That's how Marvel got their jump off with Iron Man anyway. I'm not saying Clayface is turning into Iron Man, but the math works. This movie's cut. Do we have a production budget on Clayface yet? I think we looked that up before, and it's modest. Like, it's not over the moon. I think we had it under 100. I think we said 80 or something like that when last we checked. There's not other villains they can do in this kind of vein of story just to put them out there and just see what people think about them. I think there is. I think there's a market for that. Let me get Travis right here. Travis says, do a World War II movie show set in the MCU. We have a group of soldiers not knowing who's who. Superpowered things can happen. Obscure, then halfway through reveal which soldier it is. The claw is coming out. Okay.
I don't think we call it World. I don't think it'll be World War II. We just set up as World War P, World War Powers, or Super Friends. Like it's a world war between all the people with powers, and everyone else is just bystanders.
They're already making that movie though. It's the next Avengers movie, Secret War, Battle World, or whatever. They're already getting to that. I think Travis having the boots on the ground soldiers thing though, that'd be kind of interesting. That gives you the period piece that you were looking for, like more of Spider Noir, like when they gave us the flashback to like when he was in that was France, right? Where he got bit. Wasn't that somewhere in Paris?
Because that was World War One.
Yep, that could be kind of cool. Ivan's bringing up Robin Hood right there. Can we pull that up real quick? I wish Robin Hood season 2 premiere this year to wash off the death of Robin Hood movie. Dude, I told you that was gonna suck. I told all y'all that was going to be bad. Did you see the season 2 casting for Robin Hood? James I'm going to say Purefoy, hopefully I'm right, has been cast as King Henry. Colin O'Donoghue, Captain Hook from Once. Okay, cool. He's good. I like him. As Prince Richard, and Luke Roberts as Amory de Montfort. I'm watching the show either way. You can cast whoever you want. I'm back, and I know the King's back.
Oh yeah,
that was our show of the year last year, 100%. The Oracle says Clayface was $40 million, by the way. Yeah, they need 10 of they need 10 of these movies over the next 5 years. Easy peasy, easy money like that. But again,
Travis, they do have justification. Put him in World War II because he did fight in the Revolutionary War. Him and his brother were both in the Revolutionary War.
We already know he was in World War II because that was in the Wolverine movie. Like he was there when the bomb went off.
Oh, that's right, because that's part of Japanese.
He pulled dude into the bunker. Yeah, he saved him. He got the radiation bar and everything. So that's what he's saying. Introduce Wolverine without the audience knowing. Yeah, that'd be a cool super reveal. You just get the silhouette of the shadow of the claws coming out of the fists, shot from behind. That's kind of cool. I like images like that.
So do you know that Batman wears black because he doesn't like to be shot? But do you know that Robin wears bright colors because Batman doesn't like to be shot?
That's exactly why Robin always be wearing bright ass colors. Over there. Yeah, Bruce is kind of a dick, but I think everybody knows that, you know. Saying. Dude, let's where are we at here? We're at hour 15.
Yeah, we got one more trailer to do, and then I think we did hit the breaking of records this last weekend.
Yeah, maybe do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Ivan says, "Isn't Sabretooth being his brother just for the movie?" I don't think that's isn't it his estranged dad? Or am I wrong on that one? I thought it was his dad.
I always thought it was his brother. I know in the movie it was his brother. In Wolverine Origins, it was his brother. I don't know how comic book accurate that is. I never really dove that much into Wolverine's backstory past the Weaponette program.
That might be another real Don question because I think he's pretty up on on Wolverine. I haven't said they pointed that out in the Titan show actually, because it's been kind of like it's been a meme joke kind of thing for like 3 decades since like the internet, for sure. I'm glad. I like when that kind of stuff. It's like the Spider-Mans pointing at each other. I like that. I like when that stuff from like outside bleeds into the meme, bleeds back into something else. That's kind of fun. But so we got a third trailer for you guys. And if Mediocre Maiden's here, she's probably gonna want to turn her eyes away from this one. This one might be a little much. Not on the blood and gore side, just I think generally on like the smile kind of horror side.
Yeah, see, this one I would like. If you go back and watch our review of Evil Dead Burn, I said that I took that kind of out of the pure horror movie and put it into the gore type movie. This horror one I would say is a true horror movie.
Have you seen this trailer yet, or are you waiting for right now? Did you view this already?
I've seen a little bit of it.
Okay. So I was saying to you and the Real Don the other day that when I saw it, the movie that jumped out to me immediately was Smile. Like this feels like it could exist in like the same world almost as Smile. That there's like, we'll let you guys watch it, but it's definitely, they want you to think there's some demon stuff going on or some entity stuff going on.
Entity,
but
yeah,
entity is probably a better word for it. And it's bolted on to kind of a familiar story with the kid in a way. But let's fire it up. We'll let you guys watch it. We'll talk over it so we don't get sued again, and we'll get the King's full version, his full take after. Let's roll. And it's got Jessica Chastain, who's gorgeous. So let's watch her.
Hey, sweetie.
Hello. I had a lunch break. I thought I'd come home and eat with you.
Where's Dad?
He fell asleep in the office. I'll go get him.
Let him sleep. He needs
I
his
love
rest.
the music.
Cookie dough ice cream for lunch. What kind of mother would I be? How about scrambled eggs?
I had that for breakfast.
That's right. I forgot. How about pasta?
Your favorite.
Do you want to know something silly?
Yes.
Sometimes I think about when you and I were one person. Do
Listen
you
to the
remember
music.
that?
So I was a baby in your tummy?
Do you remember where you were before that?
No.
You were in my heart. Can I go into your heart?
You said you wouldn't leave my room.
You seemed lonely.
Whoa.
Buckle up, bitches.
Cooking? Bella, you need a grown-up to help keep Somebody was in the house. You look like
That shit's straight out of Smile.
You don't have to be scared, Mommy. She's nice. Sometimes she's there, sometimes she's not.
Evil Dead with the...
Is it really you? Are you tricking me?
What?
And?
Bella.
That's it?
Hey.
There we go.
It's me. I'm Mom.
Are you though? Dude, she just looks so damn unsettling. She really does.
Yeah.
You know, she really does, dude. Now, so Pape was like, this is freaky, this is crazy.
See, this is horror.
This is your jam. I know this is 100% your jam. 100%.
Yeah, this is horror. This is not that how many different ways can we kill people to make as much blood as we can. This is going to make you think, and it's going to make you question everything.
All right, let me just up from the top real quick. Sorry. Sabretooth, Real Don says Sabretooth was designed to be Wolverine's dad. Never happened. Had to look it up. Okay, I thought that was somewhere in the ether. Dave says that's crazy. The scene I think you meant under the table was frightening, 100%. And that's the scene I texted you guys. I was like, that's like from Smile, where crazy chick gets in her car and you think it's her sister coming out from the house to talk to her, and then the head just swings down and she's smiling at her. That's balls to the wall, trippy like that. Oracle, it's funny you mentioned that. My stepdaughter texted me after she watched it and said that, and I was like, Coraline? Like because of spindly, weird, fake mommy? I guess. I guess that's the point of the movie is that she found another mom. Okay, yeah, all right. I guess I can see that now.
Because
right,
mommy
maybe
works.
She's maybe not as a bad comparison as I thought. The Real Dawn says, I will be seeing this 100%. I will also be seeing this. And Pape says, can honestly say I will not be seeing this. I think Ivan already checked out of that one earlier. He was like, nope, I'm good.
So this one is directed by Robert Savage, who did Host, Dash Tam, and The Boogeyman. Produced by James Wan. Released by Universal Blumhouse Atomic Monster.
Okay. So it's got some known names up in there. I'll give it that. I don't think I've seen any of the movies you named though. Maybe we need to go take a look at his work. Maybe he's something of a Krager. Maybe I'll end up liking all that stuff.
Yeah, we gotta.
I think I saw Boogeyman. Wasn't that an adaptation of a Stephen King thing? Boogeyman. We have to look more into that because I know I've seen a movie called Boogeyman in the last 5 years.
I think Dash Cam is that found footage one I was telling you about that I really want to see. I think it's Dash Cam and not Body Cam, where it's about the police officers.
Oh, we'll have to take a look at that. What was the other movie in that group of three? You just had three. Host.
Yep, HOST. Host.
Not ringing any bells. We'll have to take a peek at that. Yeah, but one of you guys over there at in our southern office. Y'all got a fire alarm or something?
I'll be right back.
All right, we're gonna get an all clear from King Z on a possible security threat, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, guys, I'm down for more of other mommy for sure. I like a good balance in my horror tastes from film to film. I can do gore stuff like Evil Dead Burn, like that's fine. That's the kind of stuff that I won't seek out though. I'll go ahead and put that on and watch it once, give you guys my thoughts on stuff like that, and then I'll move on. This kind of horror movie though, this be the kind of thing that a year from now, when we're trying to fill up like a retro watch for like October, we put together like a separate list. This would be the kind of thing we would put back on that 100%. Because I'd want to see if it holds up. If it's just 3 or 4 or 5 jump scares that all have that same banging beat, that note that comes up to tell you it's time to be scared, then it won't hold up over time. But a lot of like the classic horror movies, like I talk about Sinister all the time. If you guys haven't seen Sinister with Ethan Hawke, it's about 15 years old now. It's still probably my favorite modern horror movie out of anything I've seen in the hundreds of things that we see every year. It's just something unnerving that gets under your skin and lives there in that movie. And a lot of stuff I think that's come out since then really has fallen on the kind of the thing that like Paranormal Activity made really popular, and to do the whole lull you into a sense of safety by everything's just being quiet and normal, and then literally just jacking the sound design up to like 5,000 decibels to scare the crap out of you. Like, that's being startled. That's not really scary. When you leave the theater, you're not afraid of anything. You're not checking the back seat of your car. You're not checking your closet when you get home. You're not turning lights on. You know what I mean? The Shinnin, unnerving all the way. Exactly. And that's a fantastic example, Pape, because that movie gives you a great, what appears to be status quo, everything normal at the beginning. And then it does escalate its tension right through the fiery endpoint there. But when you look like a shade behind the normal status quo, that marriage was jacked up. My man was abusing that kid and broke his arm. All these things get drip fed along the way that just add to that rising tension that pays off at the end of the movie when Jack gets what Jack gets. Modern horror movies tend not to do that. They really do think that if you turn in a draft of a script for like 90 pages, that if you just time in one loud bang every 8 to 10 pages, people are going to be happy. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, we're living in a world where like Insidious Part 17 is coming out next month or in 2 months. You know, like The Conjuring just had a 5th movie. I mean, that made bank, but I think that's because people really like the 2 actors that are in that as far as the Conjuring verse goes. But the horror movies didn't always need to be enormous, giant decibel injections into your skull to get you scared. Even like classic horror, like classic to us in some of our demographics. Some of you guys are a little younger. Like not everything about Nightmare on Elm Street or like Michael Myers or Jason had to twist that sound dial up to 100 to get you to be scared. They got you some jump scares. They also got you with like the chase scenes, the stalking. You know, some stuff went along with that. But I think I'm down for other mommy for sure. Anybody that can do the creepy face thing without overselling it like Jessica Chastain isn't overselling, especially the teardrop thing. Like, is she being possessed? Did she hurt that thing's feelings? Is this an obsession situation? Like, the demon's in the mom, it doesn't just take the mom's form. Like, what is it? Like, I want to know more of that now. Like, now I'm curious.
I tell you right now, I believe that it took the mom's form because it was something to keep the girl calm. You show yourself as something relatable, something recognizable, and then you get in.
Yep. So you think this movie's going to end in a way where it's got both of them in the same place at the same time and somebody has to shoot one of them? Because that'd be really disappointing if they go that route. No, shoot me. Go ahead. It's okay, baby. Shoot me. No,
because one's imaginary. It can't do physical harm to it. If it does with a true supernatural, no, what you got to do is you got to go to that place and take those pills. And when you take the last one, Right Said Fred disappears, and then you're all good to go.
That was a great movie. We're going to put that on Retro Watch, but it's not imaginary because Dad sees it and falls through a window. Dad saw something under that table.
Hey, sometimes they bleed through the veil, whatever you want to call it.
Because he saw a spider under that table. Believe that shit. He threw himself.
If he saw a spider, he was burning down the house already.
Saying and taking the picture of the little blonde girl outside with that smirk, like, "Yep, I got him." Yeah, I love that picture. Kill it with fire every time. Every time.
Oh, the best one was like, there was a hotel and it was like completely demolished with the hotel sign still up there, and it said, "We saw a spider."
That's an old one. I've seen that. That's a good one, though. That's a good one. Dude, you want to talk? You were talking record break. I'm guessing that we're going to talk some Odyssey numbers.
We're talking about some Odyssey, or should we say Odyssey-ish, based on some of the things I've heard about the story.
I can't. We're not going to talk too much about story because you haven't seen it yet.
I have not seen it, but I do know the Odyssey. I am a big Odyssey fan.
All right. Let's wrap up our show with some quick talk about the box office realities of Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. Hit me.
So Christopher Nolan has released many, many films over his little lifetime. And in that, his biggest weekend opening was The Dark Knight. Now it is The Odyssey with a 123 million domestic box office open, the biggest one in his career. And worldwide, I believe it's up to 327 million worldwide box office. It's an even take too, 163 domestic, 164 million respectively, international.
Yeah, that's this is mainly testimony to Nolan being the last director, the last true rock star director kind of thing. Cameron, the older guys have fallen off.
It's time for them to retire. Time for them to move away.
Spielberg, Cameron, Scott, like these guys, like it's you guys had a solid run, right?
Mm-hmm. You guys did great.
Nolan will put asses in seats, no matter what the project is. I think that's been widely established now. If it hit 123, that was within the projection that I had seen. I saw 120 to 125, so let's smack dab. You know what I mean? It earned out. It's got its international presence, which again, to draw the Supergirl example, it bombed internationally, like atomically, so that you don't get any performance out of that. That's going to tank you all together. The problem the Odyssey going to have down the stretch, though, is it had to have cost them a good amount of money to make. And I've been hearing stuff in back channels lately that my man's personal payday may be impacting this movie's profitability in a big way. Have you heard anything about that?
Well, because of how and where they filmed it, his salary and the actor's salary does not count as part of the production budget. And the production budget was $250 million.
That's not as much as I thought it would be.
And once again, no, he does not like CGI. Christopher Nolan is a avid hater of CGI, so everything is practical, to include the Cyclops, which we did see in the trailer.
Dude, elaborate, because when I saw this movie the other day, because I'll tell you guys, I did sit through it. I won't offer up any review until King's seen it. The Cyclops scene is solid. I'll say that. I thought it was some Andy Serkis type stuff, green screen, forced perspective, mocap suit, all that good stuff. And then the King drops this little bitty on me, where he says to me, Wolf, you're wrong. It was none of these things. I said, oh, CGI? I said, no, Nolan hates CGI. How did they do the Cyclops, dude?
All right, so the Cyclops was built on a 60-foot mechanical animatronic puppet with robots inside Nestor inside the Nestor cave in Greece.
60 feet high. That's absurd. A 60-foot tall marionette that they operated with what? What did you tell me the other day?
It was cranes, but it's also a mix of antibiotic, like Lincoln in the Hall of Presidents.
Dude, all I know
animatronic. That's the word.
You said cranes. That's all I heard the day, and I'm like, that's huge. That's nuts. You know, but I admire the moxie. I put a lot of stock in that the same way when you told me how they made Rocky for Project Hail Mary. I'm like, whoa. That was a puppet? Cool. Now I love this movie. But that's wild. Because it looked pretty good. It really did. It moved in a lifelike way that was like it was appropriate to like the size and like the weight that a being that big would be. Like it's not fast, it's very lumbering. It's got like a sway to it in a bunch of different places. But it looked good.
Yeah, and the great thing about having a big budget is you just slow down a lot. So you could take a week just shooting that minute and a half of film time.
My only problem with that scene was we saw them do it on Percy Jackson season 2, and they did it better. They didn't do the horror version, but I liked how they did it better. The kids had more fun with it. But I think that at the end of the day, this movie got embroiled in the culture war bullshit.
It did.
With a couple of unforced fumbles and a couple of people looking to pick fights. I think both sides of these things are true. The casting stuff amounted, I'll tell you flat out, to be a nothing burger in what will be the minds of millions of people seeing it, right? For me, every time somebody spoke modern dialogue or they open, like literally in the first 3 minutes of this movie, like it opens with Black Greek dude telling the tale, and the first camera cut goes to Asian Greek dude, and then that slowly transitions over into Hindi Greek dude. And I'm like, come on, guys. Like if this story was told from any other culture in the world, I wouldn't have done that. And I find that annoying. I really do.
No Greek actors were hurt during the filming of Odyssey.
Because they weren't working on it in any capacity. Right, exactly. That's my point. You know what I mean? So when you mix that with the modernisms, again, the Tom Holland thing right from the trailer where he goes, when my dad gets home, I'm like, nope, stop, full stop. You can't say dad. You can't. You either use the Greek word or you say father. You just have to. It's acting. It's like it's dramatic acting. You know what I mean? So there were those little things came up like mini speed bumps for the duration of the film. And it was annoying more than it was anything else.
Yeah,
like as those things happen,
that's well awesome. Received on the tomato meter of a 94, 97.
That's what I'm saying.
Respectively.
There wasn't any. I thought I was going to get applause. Honestly, walking out because it was a full theater. It was a 10:30 in the morning show. Lots of senior citizens in there, and I figured they'd be the ones to give it the polite little golf clap on the way out. I thought I heard a couple of people like scattered a little bit. Nothing like a good Star Wars movie or like Endgame or anything like that. And I don't remember, like I talked to a few people on the way out, King Z style, and people were kind of like, oh, it was pretty good. Like, are you going to come back and see this? And they're like, no. So, I mean, I don't think we're going to get like that 80% weekend 2 drop, but it wouldn't surprise me if this gets the standard 55%. Because I think people don't, like we say,
40 to 50.
A little higher thing. I think 55 because there is something to be said about the runtime. I think maybe if you go see it and you really can't sell it to a buddy that doesn't want to go see it for 3 hours, you know what I mean? Like he might just want it on streaming just to be comfortable. Like at the end of the day, just to be comfortable in a chair. I think the runtime works against it. But again, Nolan has such a powerful installed base with his fans.
Yeah.
I mean, like Snyder Bros, that's a thing. Nolan Bros, Nolan folks is a thing.
Yeah,
So,
not including that the Odyssey also has its own fans.
But
Like
I think
you're gonna appeal to
those
the
people are
older
gonna be
audience
pissed.
because there's a lot of people who liked the Odyssey.
Yeah, as students of literature and things like that. But I
Yeah.
think those are the people that are going to be annoyed because there are a bunch of things. If you're a fan of if it's like anything else, if you're a fan of Mistborn, if I make a Mistborn movie and I do your material wrong, you're going to be pissed and you're going to let
that's
people
true.
know.
That's true.
So older folks that probably haven't read the 2017 novelization or reinterpretation of the book, wanting to go see their classical interpretation, they're probably not going to be enamored with this. Odysseus is a very different character. Telemachus is a very different character than what appeared in the original tale.
In the Homer poem.
Mm-hmm. They're very different. They do the movie does a solid job of capturing the essence of the story being told in like a lot of people are complaining it feels like a highlight reel, like it's scenes that are disconnected. I'm like, well, it makes sense because it's telling you what happened. You're being told what happened to him while you're watching somebody else hear the story of what happened to him. So of course it's fragmented. It's not A, B, C, D, E done. Like it catches up to that point for the ending. But along the way, of course, it's the Cyclops scene. It's the scene with the whirlpool. It's the scene with the Trojan horse told in kind of like a scattered timeline because that's how the story is being told.
And that's kind of how Nolan does his movies anyways.
Right. Yeah, I mean, so I wouldn't find any fault with that. But I'm not going to do any more review until you see it. I think it's impressive what it's earned out at. The road bumps for me are not going to be the speed bumps for me are not going to be speed bumps for everybody. I get a lot of people that don't lean the way we lean politically, probably don't care about the casting. That bothers me. It does. And the modernisms are enough to make me be like, really? You couldn't have given the like, dude, I'm reading your work in progress. You put effort in a dialogue to make people sound different and like period specific to like the area you're writing in. This is a $300 million or whatever production with talented people, a massive crew. Do better. Just do better. It's attention to detail that makes this timeless. I don't know so much that people are talking about this in 5 years. I'll say that. It broke its records and we'll go from there, I guess.
It broke its records and Nolan got it, it's like when a guy who's been in the lead for like 17 years
longevity stats
hasn't won a ring yet. He gets traded to the team. He gets like 2 or 3 minutes in the basketball game, or he gets to run like 4 or 5 different plays and he gets the ring and then and then he retires. That ring run.
There you go. Knock yourself out with that. Yeah. I'm glad if people are happy with the movie, they can be happy with the movie. I didn't find anything wildly offensive or off-putting about it. So again, I think it was unforced fumbles with some of the decisions they made that they could have cleared up very early, right? Because a lot of that stuff didn't pan the way that I thought it was going to go. They obviously made some choices for reasons, which you can definitely pick a bone with. But other than that, it's just a movie. Like you don't need to pick the fight on this. And there's other shit you can pick a fight over. For sure.
All right. So we're going to close out by telling you this. Friday, I'm going to tell you on Friday, you need to keep your eyes peeled because there might be a new trailer dropping on Friday that we've been waiting for. I am here looking at the Hall H schedule for Comic-Con, and at 4 p.m. on Friday, Spaceballs has a full cast trailer that's supposed to be dropping.
Finally, some good news.
It is taking over Hall H at 4 p.m. Also, for the first time ever, Apple TV has an event in Hall H where they'll be showing off Silo and having a full Widow's Bay panel to hype up season 2. If you don't know what Widow's Bay is, we got a review, and y'all check it out. Go watch the show, watch the review, so you get hyped for the show, and then go watch the show.
And then go watch the show, and then remember that we loved it too, and then also we king made Robin Hood. So get ready for season 2 on that, dude. No, dude. Since you just brought up Comic-Con, this is not a full talking point. I'm just curious. Are we not doing a teaser trailer for Starfighter?
I don't really see anything Star Wars related.
No Ahsoka season 2?
No Ahsoka season 2. I'm not seeing anything Star Wars.
I don't know.
And the thing is, I have a repeating task on my AI that is going and pulling information consistently and letting me know any updates. And
Dude,
like,
man, I'm kind of nerd. We'll go in a minute, but dude, you and I, right? We have similar opinions on Star Wars in different places about what's good, what's not. But we evened out a little bit in the middle, right? We both want Starfighter to be great. We both like Ryan Gosling. We both like him more after Project Hail Mary, right? The fact that they can't give us anything except that one behind the scenes picture that we saw like months ago concerns me, because they want this movie to come out next year, right? Isn't this supposed to be May 27?
No, December 27.
But 27, not 28, like next year.
27.
It's next year's thing.
It's a December thing. It's supposed to take that Star Wars December release thing like they were doing for a while.
All right, so if we're like 18 months out, maybe it is too early for like a little sizzle, little 15-second thing, but we can't get him in an X-Wing just zooming by. They did that for Mando and Grogu at the Super Bowl, and it was stupid.
They still might. It's just not coming out right now. Like right now, the big thing that they're really pushing at this Comic-Con is that on Saturday, they will be celebrating the 60th anniversary of Star Trek.
I want to see how they do that, because there's been nothing good in Trek in a hot minute except Picard season 3. So.
It's a Star Trek 60th anniversary panel. And then they're also going to have panels for Percy Jackson and Walking Dead City.
Now, if they don't have the Shat, then it's not a Star Trek panel. That's all I'm saying. That's neither here nor there. And they're coming off that dumpster fire that neither. Should we go back and watch Academy? Should we go watch Starfleet Academy?
Oh, no,
Can we
no,
do that?
no.
Come on!
We gotta get the negative stuff off our channel. we had this discussion last night of the new focus that we're trying to be going for.
Dude, but we could have so much fun mystery science theatering that shit. I know it's not good. It's not going to bother me that it blows. It's going to be funny. It's going to be fucking hysterical. Think Alien Earth. Think Ahsoka.
I try not to think Alien Earth. I try not to think Ahsoka either.
Oh, dude, I don't blame you.
I tend to just let those things go in the wayside.
We're still watching some bad shit. That's kind of near and dear to my heart, watching some bad shit. But all right, why don't we go ahead and let all these fine people go home?
Well, we have the poll results first.
The poll, and the Oracle was already yelling at somebody in the chat.
Yeah, I think it's my brother actually.
So which one of you assholes picked other?
Yeah, and they didn't put in the chat. Because that was the whole purpose, is that you're supposed to put in the chat what the other was. Okay, the person who did the other, please let us know what the other is. Oh, it's in there?
Nice. Waiting. I did. I should have voted. Still says I did. Cheesecake is not nasty. Hold on. I take exception to that, sir. Yeah. You need to have a good key lime cheesecake is good stuff.
Pape, what was it?
If it's Real Don says if it's cake, it's got to be chocolate cake. Real Don's going chocolate.
Warm
double
brownies
chocolate
with ice cream. Good one.
Okay.
That is a good one.
Okay. That's a man of taste and sophistication right there.
But cake did win with 50% of the vote.
Because you specifically said birthday. You didn't say dessert.
I said birthday treat.
Dude, that's cake. You said birthday. Ain't nobody gets a pie on their birthday. No one does birthday pie.
I do birthday pie. I do birthday cheesecake too.
You're 167 years old. You can do that. But when you say birthday, everybody knows it means cake.
Since I was 14, it's always been a pie or cheesecake because I wasn't a big fan of cake.
Guys, I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes King Z just says some shit.
I do some things. I'm different, but that's why y'all love me.
Oh, I know cheesecake is nasty. Cookies, but no. Cookies good. Cookies are good. I'm not gonna lie.
Cheesecake is not nasty. You just have no taste.
I was about to break into my.
I see how you dress.
King Z, 160 years old.
No, that's next year. Don't tell everyone.
Our cupcakes, cakes. It's right there in the name.
It's in the name.
Did the IQ suddenly drop on this stream? What is happening here with this dessert topic?
Well, I mean, it goes. Is a hot dog a sandwich or is it a hot dog?
It's both. It's both.
No,
Dude,
technically
the real
it's a
Don
taco.
says I like pie. I could eat pumpkin any time. No, dude, really? Pumpkin? Really?
No,
Dude,
I
hit
don't
end,
do the
hit end. I'm
pumpkin.
out.
I don't
I'm
do the
not-
pumpkin.
Dude, this stream is over. This is ridiculous.
It's apple.
Apple is good. Apple with vanilla ice cream is good. That's a solid play.
There's reasons why I wear hats, bro.
Dude, hats are good. I don't give a fuck. I just like the hat. I have plenty of videos with no hat. They just old. Do we have poll results? Who won?
Yeah, I just said that. Kate, 50%. Cheesesteak got 30, pie got 10, and other got 10.
Cool. All right, that works for me. Guys, we're gonna go keep an eye out for. Dude, what do we even have next? We don't even have a plan next.
No, we
need
don't
a
have
plan.
a plan for next. We need a plan.
Dude, we did not get the Mountain Dew Baja Blast pie because every fucking Taco Bell around here had one unit, shipped to it, and I did not get it.
Yeah,
one.
Same here. It was like one.
They literally did not even get a case. They said they got one styrofoam refrigerated box, is what the girl told me.
Well, mine got at least 19, but those they said they sold out in the first half hour.
Somebody banned CR Hockey. He's done.
He said it was very tart.
Well, it's Mountain Dew Baja. It should be. It's citrusy.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
But
It's like
would you
it's
buy-
almost like a key
Would you buy
lime
it?
pie.
Yeah, that's what I figured about. But would you get it again though, CR? Like if it was widely available, would it be something you get more than once, or was it something you just had to try? You know. And thank you, Warden Prime. Thank you very much for being here every week. We appreciate you too. He said no. He said no. He would not get it more than once. Interesting. I still want to try it at some point. It was how much?
It was $20 for a pie that fit in your hand too.
At the Amazon that or something. He's supposed to be able to walk out of there for about $5. Other than that, that's a scam.
I still think if for dessert out of fast food, I still think Burger King with their Hershey pie is top tier.
Yeah, so but that's what I mean. That's gonna cost you like $5. So I'm spending $20. I'm going to the Cheesecake Factory, getting a real slice of cheesecake. I ain't fucking ain't gonna be no Mountain Dew pie.
Get some grasshopper or a little tuxedo.
Saying. All right, guys, we're gonna go. We'll let you know what we're doing. Maybe we'll do a little community post or something. We got to figure out our next retro watch. I'm thinking it's gonna be Jurassic Park. I really think we should bang that out. Summer movie blockbuster. We'll have some fun with that. But we'll let you guys know. Thanks everybody for being here. Thank you again for a happy 2-year birthday. That's 104 weeks in a row. Like, subscribe, share us out. Bring some friends next week. Let's keep these chats lively. They've been fantastic for like the last 4 months. Really moving along with everybody popping in. And we'll see you guys around. Good night, everybody.
See you, people.